Yo, 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 what is up, my peeps? It's your main man, Cop here. We are back with another awesome charity leveling stream with the old school leveling challenge for you. How's everybody doing today? I hope you're doing well. I'm alive. That's about all I can say about it right now. So let's get started, shall we? Let's bring up the stream. Let's hit enter world. Let's start the timer. And let's bring up the chat. Bring up the game. Hey, Legendam, greetings. Okay, we'll see you when you get back then. Hey, Raven Owens, how's it going, bud? Lots of fun to be done today. We're starting about half an hour later than I intended to. My apologies, but we'll still get 4 hours in today. We will. I want to go drop some stuff off at the bank in the Undercity first, before we go to Silverpine Forest. So let's head to the Undercity. Darn people on their Mechagon mounts. I'm trying to make this old school. Rabble, 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 rabble.
And you
Well. I should have another 8-slot bag in there somewhere, but we'll just throw one of these in there. Good, good, good. Actually, what I should do. Besides, turn off my phone before I start streaming. Pro streamer, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, hi, Lord. How's it going, man? I think 6. That's the other 8-slot bag, yeah. There we go. Oh, good for you. Well, I hope you get all the epic loots to drop for you.
This had better be good.
Yeah, I think it's actually quicker just to run from here to Silver Pine, rather than take the flight to Brill and run from there. Hey, Fun with Flags. How's it going, bud? Thanks for rolling in. I think that's what we decided we were going to say now. Thanks for rolling on in. Keep rolling, 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 rolling. Limp Biscuit up in his house. I don't know if I'm nearly cool enough to get away with that, but I'm going with it. I'm hip to the kids and their street lingo. Okay. Yo, Frog. Not much, buddy. What's up with you? How you doing? Rise of Skywalker. Gotcha. Well, I can't comment on Rise of Skywalker because I haven't seen it, but boy, howdy was Witcher good last night. Man, I had to watch the whole thing. It's going to be tough because, well, it's... Oh, he just disappears. I was going to be like, let's take a ride to the High Command and hit that thing. Nope, disappears. Nice one with flags. It's going to be rough because I don't want to get spoiled, but I'm not planning on seeing it for probably another 2 weeks, so... Nice. I knew I was going to get to ride in the wagon for a few seconds. Grab the flight path, and then we'll get some RP going here. Yeah, I read that.
Where is that ogre-headed buffoon?
Yeah, I can definitely understand that.
Ah, speak of the devil.
This better be important, Sylvanas. You know how I detest this place and its foul stench. Why have you called for me? And more importantly, what are those scourge fiends doing here?
Is that another quest over
War
here?
Chief, so glad
By
you
Warlord
can make it.
Chromush.
Loktar.
With the death of the Lich King, many of the more intelligent scourge became unemployed. Those fiends, as you so delicately put it, are called Valkyr. They are under my command now. And they are part of the reason that I asked to see you.
Get on with it, Sylvanas.
Very well, War Chief.
So
I
much
have
RP in this
solved the
zone now.
plight of the Forsaken. As a race, we Forsaken are unable to procreate. With the aid of the Valkyr, we are now able to take the corpses of the fallen and create new Forsaken. Agatha, show the War Chief.
Have done here, Sylvanas. It goes against the laws of nature. Disgusting is the only word I have to describe it.
War Chief, without these new Forsaken, my people would die out.
Yeah.
Our hold upon Gilneas and Northern Lordaeron would crumble.
I want to get my thoughts all together properly. I'm going to have to do a video on it, I think. I'll put it on my my LP channel, because it's, of course, not Warcraft content, but I thought it was really well done. That it really captured the feeling of The Witcher.
I serve the Horde.
Watch your clever mouth, bitch.
You know, the violence, the adult themes, all really fit in really well. Henry Cavill did really well.
I will be expecting a full report when next we meet. Remember, Sylvanas, eventually we all have to stand before our Maker and face judgment. Your day may come sooner than others.
What now?
It's funny. He says that in Cataclysm. And Sylvanas goes to the jailer in Shadowlands. It's certainly a lot later than his judgment day came.
Speak quickly.
Okay. Next I get Wind Fury, which is a passive, so that's a 24, 26 reincarnation. Yeah, for sure. The original trilogy was really good. A movie review cop series. Maybe. Hey, Theo, how's it going, buddy? Yeah. No spoilers. There's a warg. Yeah, cinematic style Warcraft movie. Okay. I will be careful. That's a tough question, Fun with Flags. Yeah, I will give no spoilers to The Witcher. I would not take the joy of seeing that away from anybody. I don't know really what to say. I'm gonna have to think about that for a bit. Good point, Frog. Good point. It goes good, Spencer, right? I cannot complain on a day that's the day after I watched The Witcher. I guess a lot of it does kind of come down to, you know, living conditions and that kind of thing too, like Frog said with Star Wars, you know. I mean, if I got to be Palpatine, it might, you know, from the time he took over the Empire to the time when Vader threw him down the shaft, that might be good. Ruling the galaxy. But if I was generic War Orphan number 72, it probably wouldn't be fun. Nice. I was way too tired, buddy. Sorry about that. I really wanted to drop by. I kept falling asleep in my chair. I went to watch one more... I went to watch one more episode of The Witcher after we recorded that Noob to Pro episode last night and wound up watching 5. It was just too good. And then I was falling asleep in my chair, and I was like, man, I got to be Yeah, fun with flags. Those would be fun worlds to live in if I had to choose, but I probably... the only reason is because spiders are so prevalent in both of those, I probably wouldn't live in those. Let's see, we need one more clean beast gets. Sci-fi fantasy world. Maybe Dune. Yeah. Maybe I'd live on Arrakis. Sweet, man. Thanks for rolling in. That's our new saying in this stream, rolling in. We'll see you when you get back. Yeah, the leveling thing was really fun, but like Metro said, there's genuine reasons why it's just not worth it anymore, and it's tough to do. So, like the entirety of the Shadowlands pretty much invalidates the concept, right?
What now?
Does that better be good?
I am forsaken.
Speak quickly. Farewell.
But yeah, it might be fun to be a Fremen, the desert planet of Arrakis. That's right, Murlocs. I am the Angel of Death. You shall fear me, as they do in Alterac Valley. There should be. I know we've got people in Poland and Norway and Germany, and all that should be ahead of them. Cobbin? You would want to have the Lilu Dallas multipass.
Yes.
Oh, that's nice.
Dark Lady watch over you.
Our time will come. Hello.
I enjoy Star Trek. Obviously, I prefer the OG timeline to the Kelvin timeline, but the Kelvin timeline's pretty cool too. I mean, if I was to live in the Star Trek universe, which of the Enterprises or other ships, like the Defiant or the Voyager, would I want to serve on? Might be harsh serving on Voyager, because, you know, it's the same, 150 people forever. Honestly, might be cool to serve on DS9. You know, go to the Hall of Suites on your days off. Cisco seems like a cool captain to serve under. Hey, Hessinator, how's it going, bud? Thanks for rolling on in. Alas, poor Yorick. I knew her well, Horatio. A forsaken of infinite jest. You gotta love it when Blizzard gets all Shakespearean.
What now?
I have no time for games.
Storm, earth, and fire, heed my call.
This is so you can get Disney and watch the Mondo for a month.
Thank you, Frog. Much appreciated, brother. Much appreciated. You're the best, Frog. You the best. I will most certainly get The Mandalorian. Or get Disney Plus and watch The Mandalorian. My favorite class in World of Warcraft? Now, do you mean my favorite class to play, or my favorite lore class, or, you know, what class I think is kind of the coolest? Because there are different answers to those questions. Tricksy little frog. It knows we don't like the druids, it does.
Strength and honor.
Don't go chasing waterfalls.
What is
Don't go chasing waterfalls. You're awesome, buddy. Oh, Frog, I love that. That is absolutely perfect. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, no, the way I have my my notification thing set up, it does tiltify twice. Anyway, I've kind of flummoxed here. Favorite class is always Monk. That's my main. They'd have to absolutely destroy the class to make me stop playing it. Like, I just love it. It's my main. It's always going to be my main. As far as lore goes, though, I think I'd probably say the best is Death Knight, followed really closely by Paladin, because Paladins are just cool. But then again, so are Death Knights, man. Death Knights are awesome. Would do you no good. They are already buffing Monk. Soon we will have unlimited power. Oh yeah. Your pitiful anti-monk rebellion will be squashed. Physically strongest? Probably Tauren. They bring that beef. Oh, I'm afraid you'll find that our loot boxes are fully operational. then get bought out. Indie developer. Hit me. Hit me with a good question. I need it. I needs it today. That is a good question. Yeah, because, I mean, like, a lot of the problems people had with him was his immaturity, right? Felt like Lucas was pandering to a younger audience. I've never heard of a Wookiee Jedi. Maybe somewhere in the extended universe. Yeah, but I mean, in that context, I think that kind of trash-talking Sebulba was justified, because he was a slave who, you know, that's the type of people he hung around with scum and, you know. Yeah, no, I got that. I tend to agree with it. But there had to be a certain amount of time in between the prequels and the original trilogy, right?
What do you need?
Look, Doc.
Brawl hall.
I'm listening.
That would be kind of interesting, honestly. A Wookiee Jedi. Yeah, before the Battle of Yavin, after the Battle of Yavin. I get you. I think one of the real problems is that when he was first creating the whole idea, there was supposed to be like hundreds of years between the Empire and the Old Republic. So, I mean, Lucas kind of wanted there to be a certain amount of time there to really establish the Empire. He was trying... I think that's the story he was trying to tell. And when he decided that Vader was who he was. Exactly. At that point, it was a trap. Yeah, especially when you at the point when you decide the whole trilogy, the whole movie series is going to revolve around him. Then using him as a passage of time really makes a lot of sense. What if Anakin was like 13? You know, just a teenager who's rebelling against everything, but's a slave, so can't really rebel. And I mean, to further my point about the passage of time, they again used Anakin's age to denote the passage of time in between the Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones, right? But at the same time, that kind of backfired on him because of the whole Padme thing. Yep.
Speak, friend.
Thanks, Theo. Do you ever wonder what would have happened if Mace Windu hadn't been so ready to kill Palpatine? I mean, if Mace Windu had just been like, yeah, like, Yeah, there's going to be spiders in this portion because we're in... kind of in Silver Pine Forest, and that's kind of their thing. Oh, spoiler, not spider. Oy. Nice. Fun with flags. I like it. Oh, yeah. Oh, y'all are in trouble now. Cop's got himself some Wind Fury. It's true. You know, that whole thing really made me think about how shady some of the Jedi actually were. We're not talking about Rise of Skywalker, dude. We're talking about the prequel trilogy. Yeah. And as we found out by watching that one video I linked to Frog in the Discord, Yoda's a coward.
Greetings.
Loktar.
I'm sorry, they came out almost 20 years ago. I can't.
Northrend.
I can't. Can't help it. Yeah. You know, if Qui-Gon had been Anakin's teacher, he might have saved the Jedi Order. I mean, The Phantom Menace came out literally 20 years ago. It was like 1999, so...
What do you require? Dark lady.
There comes a point where I as much as I don't want to spoil you, That would be like me saying to you, talking about how Tony Stark declared himself as Iron Man in Iron Man 1. You know? It's like, well, happened long ago enough. I can't not, you know. Plus, you kind of know how the prequels turn out anyway. I mean, if you watch the original trilogy, you've got to have a pretty good idea how the prequels turn out. Yeah, like I said, I think one of the most prophetic things that Palpatine ever said was that the Jedi and the Sith are not that different, really. Wasn't that what he said? He says they're not that different. They both... Yeah, even his desire to train Anakin was disobeying an order. We don't want to spoil you, dude. We shouldn't tell you that. Yep, exactly, fun with legs. My thoughts, exactly. Well, no, again, we're kind of, that's kind of me joking with you, right? That's me being a little bit silly saying, yo, that'd be a spoiler. Of course it's not a spoiler. It's how you use it. It's the same as any other power. It's how you use it. I would say that's a safe bet, even just given the amount of time that's passed, Theo. Oh no, I would totally watch the prequels first. I mean, there's a ton in there that gives you reference, right? Yeah. I think Agatha's bugging out. That's kind of what I'm saying, yeah. Wait, did I just see a human paladin run past me? What's he doing here? Okay, have fun, Theo, and I hope you enjoy the movie. And just remember, stay out of the sand. It's coarse, it's rough, it gets everywhere. You know what I think could have worked a lot better, Frog? What if... Okay, leave Anakin's age the same, okay? But what if, instead of Anakin falling in love with Padme, Anakin fell in love with Padme's daughter? Like, let's say Padme goes on and has a kid who would only be, like, 10 years younger than Anakin. Anakin is Darth Vader, Theo. You know that from the original trilogy. Don't be silly. There you go. I knew you were being silly. Yeah, see, I never got that frog from the Phantom Menace. To me, Padme already seemed like in her 20s. You know what I mean? Like, she seemed like she was 15 years older than Anakin. Because to me, that it would be really weird electing a teenager to be the head of your government, right? Come on, heal, 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 heal. Yeah, he was joking with you like you were joking with him. Nice one with flags. It's an interesting design, for sure. And of course, by the time I get back to my body, everything will have been respawned. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. But that's okay, now I can run past all the mobs. Wait for Agatha to respawn. Go in the room, get the cutscene. I said, go in the room, get the cutscene. I swear, game, one of these days you and I are going to have a talk about acceptable glitches. Okay, all hate for Last Jedi aside, tell me that saber fight between Kylo Ren and Luke Skywalker on the Salt Planet wasn't cool. Well played, my druid friend. Well played. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was.
What joy is there in this curse? I have not always been the Banshee Queen, and my people have not always been the Forsaken. Long ago, this land comprised the northern kingdoms of Lordaeron, ruled by King Tyrannus Menethil. Tyrannus had a son named Arthas. Arthas. Even saying his name makes my body quiver in rage. This man-child, Arthas, took for himself a cursed blade known as Frostmourne. Through Frostmourne, Arthas killed his own father and raised this land along with every living creature in it. My own death came at the hands of Arthas when he and his armies sacked my homeland, Quel'Thalas, and murdered my people. In his vast cruelty, Arthas severed my spirit from my body and raised me as a banshee to serve in his Scourge army.
Exactly.
A similar fate befell all that would die to the Scourge war machine. In death, they were reborn as mindless undead, but Arthas was not invincible. With each passing day, his power waned, his grip over the will of the damned loosening.
Insanely strong.
Arthas was at his weakest that I struck. And though the hour of his atonement had come, the worm managed to escape his fate, returning to the frozen wastes of Northrend. With Arthas gone, so too was the control he held over the undead masses of Lordaeron. After recovering my body, I freed the remaining Scourge that were left behind. From the cruelty and mercilessness of Arthas, the man who would be Lich King, the Forsaken, were born. Our goal, our sole purpose, was to destroy the Lich King. We threw our lot in with the Horde and began our journey towards redemption. Now, the Lich King is dead, and we have returned. The people who called this land their home in life do so in death as well. But the Alliance does not recognize our rights. They claim this land as their own, while attempting to invalidate the claims of the founders of this kingdom. I will never allow it. Never! Lordaeron belongs to the Forsaken, always and forever.
By your command, my queen. Anyway.
We are the Forsaken. We will slaughter anyone who stands in our way.
Yeah, I get that.
Speak, friend.
Strength and honor.
Yeah, I tend to think that's going to wind up being a huge spoiler for the movie that's just out, so hopefully nobody spoils that. Have a good sleep, buddy. Thanks for rolling in. See you next time. Peace. Fun with flags out. You are trying to use fire against me, Caretaker Smithers? You may use the fire, but I'm a shaman. I was born to it. Is he just a rare? I feel like I'm missing something. Ooh, sturdy treasure chest. Nice. Yeah. Look, all I'll say about that is nobody ever said the First Order was really all that smart. Oh, so I wasn't supposed to fight Smithers until now. I swear this Smithers quest never used to be here. Ooh, there's supposed to be a rare that's up here. Let's see. See if we can see it. Doesn't look like it's up. Okay, have a good one, Theo. Take care, buddy. No, no, go away. Afternoon, Kildai. How's it going, bud? Thanks for rolling on in. Rolling, 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 rolling. What? I may have to watch that movie sooner rather than later. I may have to watch Rise of Skywalker sooner rather than later. Let's see. Oh, that'll help. It's amazing, but I think having actual gear may help me complete quests. Yeah, I can respect that, Frog, for sure. Orc needs peanuts. Yeah, it's important to have the proper expectations. It's like I told a buddy of mine back in the early 90s. If you go in looking for art house cinema when you watch Dude, Where's My Car, you're going to be disappointed. Hmm. A good movie tip, you say, huh? Hmm. Well, we're talking about sci-fi space operas, right? Watch the 1984, I think it is, version of Dune. Very good. I still think the effects in that hold up really well today. Story's good. Hey, Seismical, how's it going, buddy? Thanks for dropping by. Or rolling on in. Yeah, rolling on in. Nice, Seismical. I'll have to check it out. I really should have set my hearth at the sepulcher. It would have made this process a lot easier. Okay, you want a really good superhero movie? Try Batman 1989. Well, it depends. Like, the upload generally takes the same length of the video, and processing usually double that, so.
Look,
That's nice. Get some of those.
go with honor.
Rare upgrade. Gotta love those random rare upgrades.
What do you need?
What joy is there in this curse?
Hey, Gizmo. How's it going, man? Thanks for rolling on in. Bit more modern, you say. Oh, yeah. That looks sick. Nice to see you too, buddy. Just keep rolling, 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 rolling. What? Keep rolling, 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 rolling. What? Reincarnation? Why, that's awesome. They do. They absolutely look awesome.
Speak quickly.
Wait a minute. Do you sell stuff? No. There's the repair vendor.
I am forsaken. Remember, patience.
Yeah, it's it can, some items can randomly upgrade now throughout the entire game. It was introduced in Legion that items could randomly upgrade. And then they expanded it in Battle for Azeroth to happen anywhere in the game. If you don't have a class that can, like, bubble or heal a lot, this guy can kill you real easy. It turns any tune I play into kill, die, res, repeat. Yeah. Like I said, they introduced in Battle for Azeroth that older items could now Warforge and Titanforge, or get a random upgrade rather. No problem. Happy to help. You really want something psychedelic, Theo. You could always watch the first heavy metal movie from back in the 80s. That thing will destroy your mind. Yeah, they're cool. Like, I like all the new models. Yeah, Heavy Metal 2000 wasn't as good, for sure. Big thing about Heavy Metal 2000 to me was it was forgettable. Like, I don't even remember anything about that movie. It's a one-way ticket to midnight. Logan's really good. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, everybody here likes games. And, from our discussion, likes movies. Let's see. When do I get water walking? 'Cause that would be really useful. Let's see. So let's say 28:32. Oh, there you go. Yeah, the original TMNT. A Jose Canseco bet? Tell me you didn't pay money for this. I think that was... Yeah. I think the first live-action TMNT movie, that was the best interpretation of Casey Jones I've ever seen. I even kind of liked that April O'Neil wasn't overly sexualized. You know? Especially for the time, that was not something you would expect from a movie in the 80s. Shredder was awesome. A lot of people got really upset. Hey, Metro. Welcome back, buddy. Thanks for rolling on in. A lot of people got really upset with that movie because they changed Splinter's story from being a man that was mutated into a rat. That they changed it that he's a rat that was mutated into a man, just like the Turtles. But I didn't mind. Look at all those empty gear spaces. It's no wonder I take a lot of damage when I fight. That's going pretty good. We're talking about good movies. And making some decent progress. I've got about 3.5 levels already, so... Oh, wait. It's going the wrong way. Not really. I kind of got away from it because there was so much going on in retail.
Your business.
I need to get back into it. I think it would be a very different game now that the hype has died down. Much more nostalgic now. Nice. I hope you didn't have to pay money for that. I hear they're putting realm transfers up now in Classic. Paid realm transfers. Although I haven't seen any huge backlash to that from the no changes crowd. I thought maybe it was one of the free ones. Yeah, with Jackie Chan, that's a good one, Spencer. For sure, for sure. Yes, like I said earlier, I went to watch one after we recorded that Mythic Plus video last night, and I watched the other 5. I watched the rest of it. Oh, it was good. so good. Oh, Spencer, that's another one. That's one of my favorite ones. Kurt Russell is just... He's always a win. You know? Have a great one, Theo. Oh yeah, it ended on a cliffhanger. It's tough for me to say because it's the stuff that a lot of the stuff that they were in is content that I just haven't read myself. But it was definitely a cliffhanger. It was definitely a good one. I won't spoil anything, it's just... That whole series is just really good in my opinion. Frog's pretty much got me convinced to do a review of it on my other channel. The big trick about that is spoiler free, you know? Maybe I'll do that tonight. Get my thoughts together and... Like I said, one of the biggest things is it really feels like it captured the tone really well. It didn't dumb things down because it's a TV show. That's true. It'd be like a 2-minute video of me saying, man, the tone was really great, and it had lots of nudity and violence, and the violence was really done well, and... Cavill was awesome. Perfect casting for The Witcher. You got the tone. You got the character just right. There's some. Like I say, male nudity was not what I was looking for, but there is indeed quite a bit. Well, quite a bit. Put it this way, it's more than one time it happens. I don't think it was ever full frontal nudity. Either male or female. I don't ever think it was full frontal nudity, but it was still really, really well done. No, here the nudity was really well done too. Like it made sense when it was done, and I'm just counting in my head, and I think yeah. I'm thinking you see probably 3 or 4 male butts in 8 episodes, so... Wait a minute, what am I doing? Where am I going? What's happening? Yeah. Oh, yeah. The Witcher character, Geralt of Rivia, is a notorious trying to think of a PG word for it, and I really can't. So prepare yourself. This is your language warning. He's a notorious man whore. The Geralt of Rivia. So yeah, but more than that, Metro. Like in the books, I legit don't think Geralt's ever said, you know what, I'm just not in the mood tonight. I tried to be very, very tasteful about that. I tried to edit out things that would get me banned with YouTube and stuff. Hello, Mr. Raptor. I don't think I would be doing too much of a spoiler if I was to say that in the first, like, couple of scenes you're seeing Geralt enjoy the charms of a beautiful woman. And I mean, the Witcher 3 game opens up with him and his love interest, Yennefer, both naked, so... Time to start streaming for the raid. That's why I set that alarm. In case I haven't already started streaming, because raid's going to happen in about half an hour. I really got to turn that alarm off one of these days. Pro streamer, ladies and gentlemen. Pro streamer. But the one thing I will say about the Witcher TV series is the nudity and the adult content never feels unearned or just put in there to put it in there. You know? It feels like it belongs. To me, at least. I regret nothing.
What now?
One thing I'll say, again, I don't think it's a huge spoiler to say that some of Geralt's more famous companions are in there. I really liked the portrayal of Dandelion. I thought that was done really well. That's his friend who's a bard. And whose entire career is based on singing about Geralt's exploits. It was interesting to see. Again, I'm going to get into too much spoilers if I talk too much more about it, so I just won't. But a lot of the characterizations were really well done. The monsters were on point. The CGI was just excellent. Nobody had to delete any mustaches using CGI, so that's always good. Yes! There's a central enemy. It's tough to say because there's a lot of stuff that's really heavy political stuff. And nobody's really
What are we, if not
the good guys, right?
Torment.
In the Witcher world, there's nobody that's, yes, I'm a super duper good guy. You can count on me when it comes to like countries and stuff like that. Nobody's all good or all bad. Like, one of the driving forces in the game is that there is an empire to the south. No, not like WoW at all. No. There's an empire to the south that is constantly trying to push to the north and invade and take over the world. So you would feel like they're the huge, big, bad, empire from Star Wars, but at the same time, the countries up north aren't really all that good either. Sure, if you want to call Dandelion the one good guy, but even he's got his, even he is a massive... Hey, Son of Spartacus, yeah, like, there's one of the main countries in the north is Redania, and that's the source of huge systemic racism in the Witcher world, right? Anything remotely non-human basically is hated and looked down upon by the forces of Redania. And I mean, the Empire, the Empire to the south, as long as you believe their exact belief system and do things exactly the way they want them done, then the Empire doesn't care. They'll leave you alone. Yeah. Like, Ragnaros was a bad guy, so we went and killed him. Nefarian was a bad guy, so we went and killed him. Stuff like... Okay, I know who you mean. The thing of it is, though, Spencer, I would say his arrogance kind of took that title away from him. I would say his arrogance made it so that he wasn't a legit good guy. Even a parody of one. Geralt, as much as he tries to, be a good person and live by a code and be moral, even he makes mistakes sometimes. One of the first things you hear Geralt say, and again, this isn't much of a spoiler, is because it's in a lot of the advertising. And he says, evil, lesser, greater, middling, it doesn't matter. I prefer to choose none of it. And he tries to live by that, but, shortly after he says that, he's forced to make that choice. And he's never sure if he's right. which I think really humanizes Geralt and the whole Witcher series, in that, you know, he's trying to do good, but he's not some blue Boy Scout with a cape flying around. I mean, you look at the novel The Last Wish. It's one of the biggest, most popular novels about The Witcher. And people point to it as, oh, that's super romantic. But was it really? Even Yennefer was pretty upset with what he did in there. It brings up the whole idea of choice and destiny and... Anyway, I'm starting to get to a point where I'm going to start spoiling stuff, so I'm going to not go too much further. I'm going to try and not go too much further anyway. Well, a Witcher is... It's tough to do this shortly, but essentially, at the end of the day, a Witcher is a human being, or elf, or dwarf, or whatever, that has been mutated so that it can kill monsters better. It's faster, stronger, more durable, it heals really quick. It can be man or woman. But essentially they are a monster slayer that was built to kill monsters. There are mages in the world of The Witcher. And sorceresses, who some would call a witch. But that's not what Witchers do. Witchers were created by mages to fight monsters. I'll tell you, I'll make it a little bit easier for you to understand. I'll tell you the real quick backstory of it. The world that The Witcher takes place on originally didn't have humans on it. There were no humans, there were no monsters. It was elves, and I believe that the dwarves and the gnomes were already there, but there were no humans there. Then an event happened that was called the Conjunction of the Spheres. And what happened was the Conjunction of the Spheres is when two worlds are melded into one, and part of what was on one world goes to the other, and part of what was on the other goes to the one. And what happened in the Conjunction of the Spheres is human beings came to this world. And not in a small amount of numbers. And at the same time, monsters started appearing. So humans learned from mages, from elven mages, how to use magic, how to control magic, because humans had never even heard of magic before the Conjunction of the Spheres happened. The world that they lived on, magic didn't exist. So soon after, once the monsters started getting more and more populous and started becoming a real problem for people, human and elven mages got together and they're like, okay, we need a way to deal with these monsters. Something that can physically, fight them. So the mages got together and they mutated people. And they used their magics and chemistry and science and all this stuff to mutate and create witchers. And the world of the Witcher game is, I believe, like 1,000 years after that happened. And Witchers are starting to die out because the process has been lost to create new Witchers. Plus, it was never all that stable to begin with. What do they say? 3 out of every 10... Because they have to do it to kids, because kids are more pliable when it comes to that kind of magic. So, 3 out of every 10 kids that are attempted to go through the process to become a Witcher survive. The other 7 die. There are other Witchers, not in this series, but there are other Witchers in the world of the Witcher. It's just Geralt is a famous Witcher because a bard by the name Julian Alfred Pancratz de Lettenhoven III, who everybody calls Dandelion. His career was basically failing. And he ran into The Witcher and The Witcher said, the reason your career is failing is because all your songs are made up and none of the creatures in them actually exist. Why would you make up stupid creatures in your things when we live in a world with monsters? So the bard started making songs about the Witcher's adventures. So Geralt got famous. But there are a number of Witchers running around the world. He's just the famous one. I mean, originally there were something like 5 different schools of Witcher. Like, there was a cat school and the bear school. He does, not in this series, he doesn't. But he does in the games and the books and stuff. I think, like I say, there were a bunch of different schools of Witcher. The one that he's from is called the Wolf School. And there are 1, 2, 3 other Wolf School Witchers that I know of that exist. But so far in the first 8 episodes, he hasn't interacted with them. He's mentioned one of them. But that's about it. Oh yeah, like, not in the series yet, but in the games, like in Witcher 2, the main antagonist is actually another Witcher. Although, again, that's very, very murky. There's a mission in Witcher 3 where you find... Well, there's a couple of missions in Witcher 3. Oh yeah, second game is awesome. I watched Jesse play through it. Long before I ever started making YouTube videos. I could see why Juno would have loved it. It's an amazing game. And there's choices. Like, that's one of the biggest things in the Witcher world. Like, your choices actually matter when you're playing the games. They change how things happen. Like, there's a choice where, in Witcher 2, where you have a choice to either save like a 6-year-old girl or your girlfriend. And you can't save both. And I think, told out of context, that's not spoiling anything, but... See, the yeah. One of the biggest problems that the Witcher world has is that a lot of the creatures that are magical in nature that humans would call monsters are sentient and peaceful. Right? Like, there's a really short mission in Witcher 3 that, because there's a huge war on, and the place where that you're adventuring, the peasants have a shrine to what's called an old god, or all god is what they call it. And the All God is demanding tribute. And the tribute, because if there's a war on, there's very little to give. So Geralt's like, well, what if I went and had a talk with this All God? And it turns out it's just a big Sylvan who's been hiding in these ruins and using a system of pipes to talk through a statue. And you can kill him, but Geralt doesn't like to kill sentient beings if he doesn't have to. So you can, like, kill him, you can convince him to try and move on, you can tell him, look, there's a war on, these peasants have fed you for over 100 years, why don't you just go easy on them while the war's going on? Right? You don't have to kill things. You can make choices like that. I regret nothing, because I have heal spells. But yeah, the choices that you make are really actually quite important, and they're never really easy choices. Like, and the world will change based on the choices you make. That's nice. Oh, I think I'll replace my white weapon with that.
Remember, patience, discipline.
Okay. leather, cloth. Put that down there. Mail, I think I already got... Oh, no, that is an upgrade. That's equal. I think there's a repair vendor down in the inside the crypt here. We'll head down and see if we can repair some stuff, sell some stuff. Ah, there he is.
I'm listening. Beware the living.
Most of the conflict is that you're originally asked about is man versus beast, but there is a lot of conflict that's man versus man. Like I say, in Witcher 3, there's two main armies. Like, there's the Empire that's trying to invade, like, the entirety of the North, right?
Beware.
And there's a loose collection of countries in the North that are trying to stop them. And you can get pulled into that conflict really easily. See, a Witcher... one of the things about a Witcher is he carries two swords, right? He carries a silver sword and a steel sword. The silver sword is used for monsters or magical creatures. The steel sword is used for men. Because as much as he is a monster killer, people generally try to kill him a lot. Like... people hate Witchers. It's one of the things that makes very little sense, even though Witchers, you know, generally try their best to help people out. Yeah. Well, like I say, if you see some of the fight scenes that Cavill has, it ain't easy, because they are a heck of a lot faster and stronger than most people. Like, the mutations, one of the biggest things that is out there is the mutations make it so the Witchers don't have feelings. Like, they remove the feelings. All Witchers care about is... completing the jobs that they're hired to do. Killing the monsters they're hired to kill. Which is, of course, not true, right? You can't be a sentient being and not care. Yeah, exactly. They see them just as a mutant. And oftentimes what ends up happening is they'll say, okay, we'll pay you 1,000 orens to kill that wyvern. And he'll go and kill it. And now that the wyvern's dead, they're going to be like, well, we're not going to pay you anything. Ha ha ha. What are you going to do now? And that's led to a lot of conflict. Plus, like I said, there's a bunch of different schools of Witcher. Like, think of them as different martial arts schools. He pops Bone Storm. Something like that, yeah. Like, there's bunch of different schools of Witchers. Like I said, think of it different martial arts schools. The one that Geralt's from is called the School of the Wolf. There's another school, it's called the School of the Cat. And they're kind of famous because they don't really care if it's monsters they kill or people. You hire them to kill something, they're going to kill it. Well, a successful Witcher, Spencer. I would caveat that by saying a successful Witcher does that. Yeah, cat. A successful Witcher takes the money up front. A good Witcher probably takes money when the job is done. And it just accepts that there's going to be times when people cheat him. Because otherwise he's going to wind up killing a whole lot of people. And it doesn't matter, because there's no judge on the planet that's going to side with a Witcher. You know, when it comes to contracts not being paid for. Or being underpaid for a contract. He's not immortal. They have really long lives. Like, that's part of the mutation. They live for a few hundred years. Like, in Witcher 3, Geralt's still decently young, but he's getting near to 100 years old. So... Mages are also very long-lived. Again, part of their mutation. Yes, ice block is strong. One of the things that not enough people in the world of The Witcher know is that both mages and witchers are sterile. They can't reproduce. And the reason they were created that way was because magic... that way magic doesn't, you know, manifest itself on a child who has no idea what's going on. Like, that is a newborn. That has no control over what it's doing. At least with mages. With witchers, they just didn't want mutants to breed. How do you mean, Seismical? Are you asking me if you should catch up on Witcher lore before you watch the series? Or are you asking me if you should catch up on Witcher lore before you go further in the game? Because those are two very different things. I think number 3 does a really good job of introducing the world without having played 1 or 2. Don't get me wrong, 1 and 2 are really good games, and I think number 2 is still 100% playable. I think number 1 holds up really well, but I think number 2 is still something that could come out and people be like, well, you know, it's not super, but it's not bad. So, I mean, play Witcher 2 if you want, but Witcher 3 I think is going to introduce the world really well. I mean, one of the... I'm not going to spoil too much, but one of the really clever ways that Witcher 1 and 2 kind of introduce the game is that at the start of Witcher 1, Geralt has amnesia. Something really traumatic happened, and he can remember nothing. He starts at the Witcher school, Witcher Wolf School at Kaer Morhen, and he really remembers nothing. So, by the time Witcher 3 starts, he has his entire memory back. So, a lot of what happens in Witcher 1 and 2 is him kind of figuring things out. Talking to people that know him, but that he doesn't know. So by necessity, Witcher 3 has to be like, it has to show you the world. No, that's his daughter. That's Cirilla. Not his physical daughter, but a girl that he raised. Again, I won't go too much into it because it does talk about it, but it's a girl that he chose to call his daughter and chose to call him his father. Yeah, he really is. I mean, and we can go into, you know, because I have mentioned it a couple of times already that Geralt is very much fond of enjoying the charms of any women he runs into. But, that being said, there really is only one true love of his life. And, a couple other women he kind of fell for when he's like Harry. He is very much like Harry in that. Oh, bruv. Oh. I was in Novigrad the other day, bruv. You should have seen the... I can't even start. I can't do Harry's voice. I can't do Harry. I'm terrible at Chav accents. Thing about it is, too, the woman that he actually loves, really, I don't think cares that Geralt sleeps with other women. As long as he doesn't love other women. Like, that's when she gets super jealous. I don't know, the women seem to really enjoy Geralt's company, like all of them. Well, that's what I said. That's one of the great lies of the world the Witchers live in, is that they have no emotion. They do. It's just not expressed real well because of their mutations. Oh yeah, it's like everybody believes they have none, but the reason that everybody believes that is because it's a convenient excuse to treat Witchers like they're not people. You know what I mean? It really is. It does work in much the same way. It's how the world copes with the fact that there are people out there that are faster, stronger, better than everyone at a lot of things. And you know, oh well, he's just a mutant, that's why. Yeah, it doesn't matter. He's just a mutant. Hey, Cofactual. How's it going, buddy? You bet. Every time you get a speed increase, it speeds up the leveling, right? Like, most people don't quite realize just how important movement speed can be to this process until you do this type of challenge. Even I didn't realize just how important it was going to be until the first time I ever tried a challenge like this. We were trying to do a warrior, and man, that was slow. That was so slow.
What are we if not slaves to this torment?
Okay. I think somewhere around here is a merchant repair guy. Let's see if we can find him. Yeah, making up time. One of the things I was really, really pleased about that I discovered this run was
What now?
the fact that you can do the troll starting area as an orc and the undead starting area. I'd never tried to do them before. Or the last time I tried to do them, we couldn't do them because that was just when level scaling was in. Like they have changed a few things. Because back then the actual starting point only scaled to like 10. Yeah, so I went to Death Knell and did all the quests there. We tried that with Gnomes Metro. We couldn't do the Gnome starting area, but we could do the Troll starting area. We didn't try the Troll starting area. We tried we tried to go up to the Tauren starting area, and after the first two quests, the quests went gray, but they didn't for me this time. Yeah, I thought so too, but as I was coming out of the Valley of Trials and I hit Senjin Village there, I was like, you know what, guys? I was so tired because I had been up for 25 hours at that point. I was like, you know what? I'm in the mood. Let's explore a little bit and go over to Senjin Village, and we'll just see. I totally did not expect it. Oh, I'm gonna die. I'm going to reincarnate and kill this guy. Because I should get a one-on-one now. Well, not ganked because I'm not in war mode, right? But I didn't realize I had pulled that many mobs. And the three guys who were supposed to be helping me, you know, disappeared. Because they do that from time to time. No, but I was so tired, I was just like, I just want something different. I just want to feel something different. So I said, why not go to Senjin Village, guys, and we'll try there and see what's going on. Hey, Daniel Kapik, thanks for dropping by, buddy. And I did, and sure as heck, I got all the troll starting quests. Of course. Their alliance. It's all about the levers. Or no, they're Horde. They must be Mythic Plussers. Yeah, I didn't know either. So I was like exploring, and I was like, you know what? Then when I got done Mulgore, I was like, well, you know, we're gonna go over to the undead starting area because I have to do all three starting areas to get a decent amount of XP and a decent amount of momentum going. I was like, why don't we see if we can do the undead starting quests? And sure as heck, I got I got to the undead starting area, and bada bing, bada bang, bada boom. Was able to do that too. I was able to do all the quests in Death Knell. Well, not all, because of course the quest where you get resurrected as an undead, kinda not available to me. Shocking, I know. But all the stuff that would make sense. I didn't because that's Burning Crusade stuff. right? And we're still sticking to the vanilla starting areas. But I'm certain it would work. Like, I've done the Blood Elf starting areas as a Tauren back in, you know, a long time ago, like back in BC. Oh, so do I. I'm doing it right now on one of my tunes that I started a Lightforged Draenor, and I went to the Draenor starting area just to Blood Missile. I mean, people talk about it being super slow, and it is, because it's a super large area. But yeah, that's the big thing, right? Honestly, if you were going to do that, I'd grab a tune that was under level 60 to do it. Just to be sure you do it again. You know, like maybe if you're going to do Volpera or Mechanome. No, if you're going to do Mechanome, that's what you do. Run your Mechanome through there. You know? Yeah, sadly, just wait for 9.0. Yeah, I get you. Let's see, I need one more Cowering Trooper saved. Rescued. Whatever you want to call it. I don't think we tried this house here. Pretty sure we tried. Ah, there's one right there. I hate these two quests. These three guys despawn way too much in these two quests. 110. I was 110, and I think you were as well. This quest is just, it's one of those poorly designed ones because the mobs are all elite. Like, not this, but I'm just picking up another quest on my way to the two quests I'm talking about. But the mobs are all elite. They're tightly packed together. There's a super elite there that you gotta kill. And your support despawns. Yeah, for sure. said you were getting, like, full XP for it, so... Nice. For sure. You gotta be in Dalaran to pick the quest up. I would think. I can level attune to 111 and we can try that if you like. Like, this General Marstone just hurts. Like he hits like a bloody Mack truck. And you see he's got 3 other elites around him. He's got this padding elite you have to clear out beforehand, and he takes forever to kill, so his stuff respawns. I wonder if I can pull this Dwarven infantry when he's on the other side of his pat route. Pull it over here. Oh, pulled 2 of them. This is gonna hurt. Yeah. Very similar to that. Like, I would not think you could do this one naked. Like, I would think this one would be genuinely difficult to do naked. Like, I actually got lucky pulling 2 of these guys, as it's going to be much easier to pull General Marstone without pulling that 3rd one. But this guy, like all the other elites around him, he does an instant cast whirlwind that hits you for like half your health. If I pull him too far away, he's going to de-aggro. I mean, granted, I'm not in Heirlooms, right? I'm in just whatever leveling gear I could find. But I've legit had these 3 despawn on me a lot while fighting him. Ooh, level 30. Let's see. I do believe Forceful Winds is what we're going to go with, boys and girls. I would love to do Totem Mastery. I really would. But Forceful Winds is just better, I think. Okay, so now we kill Crocolis to get body parts. on our way to capturing Lorna Crowley. I do think that was probably about as good as that quest could go. I don't know if they've just fixed it since the last time I've done it, but I'm so used to those 3 despawning on me that it makes that whole fight a lot harder. Because the one guy is a priest, so he's supposed to heal you through it. One guy's like a mage, so he's supposed to be blasting the dude with fireballs, and... Actually, 2 of these guys are priests. One is a healer, one is a shadow priest. Hey, Game Ruler, welcome back, buddy. Hey, at least I don't flying serpent kick when I jump off of something thinking that it's going to stop the falling damage. Somebody in our guild used to say that all the time. I know he did. I remember it. I don't remember who it was, but pretty sure it could have been more green. Game Ruler, trust me, as Metro has so recently pointed out, you cannot be more noob than I am. Look at that. Nice, nice random upgrade. Yeah, there are both of those are actually quite valid. Both Metro and Seismical are quite right. It's if you want to get better, get better. There's lots of things to help you out there, including videos that Metro and I have made together once you get to max level. And yeah, I mean, if it's not the game that you play a lot, then it's a lot easier to not be the best person in the world at it, right? I'm going to try to avoid as many of these Worgen Warbringers as I can. But as you see, they do hit me for half my health with their opening attack. was thinking maybe I could move out of that slam attack that they do that hits me for half my health, but apparently not. This quest used to be super buggy too. I can remember them despawning a lot. I can remember not getting credit for this a lot. Enjoy your Burger King, Game Ruler. Thanks for rolling in. That's my new thing, Metro. I say thanks for rolling in. We decided that day one of this challenge because I thanked somebody for stopping by, popping by, dropping by, hopping by, dropping by. And somebody suggested rolling in. And I was like, I like it. Fits my monk aesthetic. Man, I would hate to have to do this quest without reliable self-heals. Well, Seismical, I'm glad you enjoy your Burger King with me. Oh, I love me some Taco Bell. It's the one thing, it's the one chain restaurant that I really can't get delivered in this city, and it just bothers the heck out of me. Yeah, Burger King can be a bit of an acquired taste for sure. Especially if it's not the type of food you normally eat.
What joy is there in this curse?
Ooh, 5 agility, 7 stam. I think that's the ring I'll take. Ho ho ho! Nice. Get that upgrade. Get that upgrade. Yeah, our tastes change as we grow, right? When I was young, I could not stand any type of food that was remotely spicy. But lately, I've really enjoyed a Chipotle sauce that one of our grocery stores here carries. It just I put that on everything because it just tastes so good. Ah, yes, the Lament of the Highborn. I could almost go for some Burger King right now, to be honest. Now let's talk about it and Taco Bell. I do love this scene. But for something like this, it's... Yeah, filthy animal. Ren, what's up, buddy? In the description, Ren. In the description. Essentially, the essence of it is we're trying to recreate the feeling the first time you ever leveled a character through whatever expansion we happen to be in. At the moment, we're in vanilla, so we're trying to do things in a very vanilla way.
We are the Forsaken. We will slaughter anyone who stands in our way.
Well, that's a nice upgrade. Did I finally get rid of my last white bit of gear? I did. You know what's weird, though? I think you'll find this kind of interesting, Metro. When I was running around the starting zones, It happened twice that I found a piece of gear that was green quality, but had no stats on it. Like, it literally had 0 stats. Like, one of them was a cloak. The one I remember better is a cloak that had 2 armor, but nothing else on it. And it was green quality. And I was, like, level 12 at the time. It was weird. Like, I've heard way back in vanilla there were items that were white quality that had stats on them. But I'd never seen a piece of green gear that had 0 stats on it. And it happened twice. It was in Duratar both times. And I guess it's just the whole stat squish thing. But that is just weird. That the stats would be that squished that they just would have no stats. But still be a green quality item. There's a repair vendor.
This had better be good. Trust no one.
What is it? Our time will come.
And now, I am a quest giver. I have ascended to the position of quest giver supreme. Like, all the quests with this guy, Dumas, in the Undead Starting Zone Death Knell are the ones that I didn't get to do. But other than that, I definitely got to do them. And I'm pretty sure I got to do all the ones in the Troll Starting Zone. It felt like it, at least. It's been a while since I've done a Troll from start. And I figure I got three more levels out of doing the Troll. Over 3 more levels out of doing the Troll and the Undead Starting Zones than I normally get in this challenge. So that's a huge boost. So when I get here, I'd still be like level 27, right? Doing this challenge.
Go forth to victory.
Hey there, Johnny Awesome. From Uber Town.
Yes. Keep your wits about you.
I am forsaken. Embrace the shadow.
This had better be good. What is it? Embrace the shadow.
And probably my least favorite quest in the game, gathering creeper eggs. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Cofactual, you're the best, buddy. Thank you so much. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you. The kids at St. Jude's thank you. That's amazing. And I think Metro should definitely do that. Good luck convincing him of it. I won't be trying, but... Oh, thank you so much. That's getting close to Cop's Technicolor hair for a year. You know that, right? I'll have to check, but that's getting really close to that. Yeah, 125 away. Oh dear! Every time you tune into my stream, you'll get to look at my insanely Technicolor hair and be like, "I did that." Well, that remains to be seen. Indeed. My waifu is Ural on alternate Draenor, so...
What is it? What do you require?
What will
Trust
you
no
require?
one.
Beware, our enemies abound.
Random upgrade. No Hassinator. This is Hillsbrad Foothills. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Cofactual, buddy. Merry Christmas to you as well. Merry Christmas. Oh no. Oh no. It's gonna happen. Ah! Cop's Technicolor hair. That means... Oh, no. The next one is the one I truly dread, because I still have to do that for this last year's. Have to have a 4-hour RP stream. No, not on Moonguard. I just said an RP stream. So, oh, I actually killed the guy that I captured. How nice. I'm probably, if I do it, I'm going to use the tune that me and Metro were leveling on.
Hello.
On the RP server that we were leveling on. With our Dark Iron Dwarf challenge. Okay. Oh yeah. Now you may be asking yourself, watching me do this, Cop, why are you killing these poor webbed up miners? Well, let me tell you. There is a reason behind it. I'm going to have to kill them anyway. Because Dumas is a dumb butt. And he will aggro every single one of these that he runs into on the way out of the mine. And he has a really wide aggro range. So by killing them on the way in, it just makes the trip out easier. Well, I went the wrong way. Okay, that one I didn't have to kill. Come on, Dumas. Oh. Well, he's gonna die. Oh no. Yeah, he's gonna die now. Yeah.
And you are...
Now, that... Let's see if we can find the rare. There you are, rare. Or no, quest dropper. The rare's a little further up. Must apologize for being so silent in this area. It's just... I have a real problem with spiders. Having this thing alongside me, not helping things. Thanks, guy. Appreciate it, brother. Yeah, that's kind of my idea. Concentration. What the heck? I've never seen that. What the heck? What is this?
Greetings. What brings you here?
What is this? I've never seen this before, this NPC. Andy Murgole? What is this dude? Why is he here?
I'm listening.
Does anybody know what that dude is? It's a non-combat NPC, like... Okay, guys, I'm gonna run up into the hills here, because I have to Google that. Or Wowhead that, actually. Thoughtbot it. I'll Thoughtbot it. Yeah. That fits... That fits our theme a lot better. People think he's a night elf in disguise, but he's not. He's clearly an undead. People think they added him in 2012 because it says here he was added in 6.0.2, but I've never seen him before. People say because Andy Warhol was in Men in Black 3 that that's a reference to that. I don't know. That is pretty darn cool, though. Let's see if we can avoid killing Muckgill twice. We don't need to kill him twice. We only needed to kill him once.
I'm listening.
Speak quickly.
Ooh, shoulders. Nice. I didn't have any shoulders. I'm going to put this on it as well just for the stats. I mean, I know I don't get the strength, but since I don't have another ring, I might as well just put that one on. Okay, so let's go to the sludge fields. Might as well sell this sleeping sand because it's unreliable on targets above level 30, so... Let's see, there's Miasmus, a rare called Miasmus up here. Let's see. Nope. I haven't seen any rares in this zone. Hi, Theo. It is a 25 Blood Elf Warrior. I can cancel that cutscene.
Speak quickly.
Ah, yes, the Shovel of Mercy. I'm really, really good, Theo. I mean, it could have something a little bit more to do with the fact that I've been doing it for 12 hours, but I choose to think that I'm just that darn good. I do really enjoy this next quest that I'm about to pick up from the Shovel. Shovel of Mercy. It's called Do the Right Thing. And back in Cataclysm, when this quest first came out, you had a choice. Every time you clicked on a human seedling, you could bash them to death, bash their heads in with the with the shovel, or you could dig them out. Now, of course, you just dig them out. That's a good point, Skylar. That is absolutely a good point. It's either that or because they can never catch the light, the little light that shines on the wall in front of them. I see it, and I hunt it, but I cannot catch it. Shovel of Mercy is one-handed, right? Ah, yes. Citizen Wilkes. The one-handed agility mace, so we're going to replace our scalping tomahawk with it. We got like 9 minutes left. I think what I'll do is I'll try to finish the sludge fields here. And then we'll call it a stream. Now I can replace this strength ring with a proper one.
What is it?
Water walking. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Ain't no stopping me now. Ah. I think there's an innkeeper right here. Set my hearth here. Gotta go find Jenny Awesome. Thank you, Confactual. Thank you so much for dropping by, buddy. And thank you for all the support. So much. Yeah. Pretty much done, Theo. Like I say, we'll make a quick finish of the sludge fields here, and then we'll call that a stream.
We will persevere. Hello.
Yeah, see you tomorrow, Theo. I mean, maybe I won't finish the sludge field. This is taking longer than I thought to get this key. There we go. Let's see. That's not an upgrade. That's a shield. 35.
Dark Lady,
Okay.
Victory lies ahead.
Good job taking aggro there, Leiden. You're next, Blacksmith Vertigrin.
Pandaria, Shola.
that better be good.
Ah, Magistrate Burnside. I killed you so many times in Vanilla BC and Wrath. Crap, I can't believe I actually managed to kill that. I phased to a different shard, or whatever you want to call it. Brought him with me. The other player who was killing him left. These two guys despawned. Taking all the aggro, all the damage.
What is it?
What is it? Farewell.
Alright, guys. We got the sludge fields done. That's going to be it for me tonight. We'll do another one of these charity streams tomorrow. See if we can't get to 45 and get another talent point done. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by. Thank you so much for the support for St. Jude, for the kids, for me. It truly means the world to me, guys. Thank you so much. Take care, everybody. Have a good night. Peace.